What's going on, cryptocurrency universe? It's the Bitcoin miner here, guys. And I got another major cryptocurrency mining opportunity update. And we're going to teach you how to also take advantage of this and actually make 10, 20, 30, 50, maybe even $100 a day with your central processor. That's unheard of, guys. I haven't seen anything like this since Zcash launched maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So this is a very exciting time for cryptocurrency miners, and in fact, anybody with just a computer can take advantage of this. You can do this with even a simple i3, i5 processor. You don't need anything fancy, and you can get your fair share. Now, I'm going to briefly cover on what's happening, but to get the main story, you guys need to go back and watch this video. So we're going to write on over here, and we're going to cover some real quick information. But I do need to cover that this is not financial advice. This is my personal opinion. Please do your own homework. Now, we're getting an early Christmas gift December 15th, tomorrow, around 12 Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be a little over 12 hours from now. By the time I actually get this uploaded, you guys will be lucky to have a 12-hour heads up on how to get up and mining. So, quick rundown. What's happening is the block reward is 24, usually every minute. There will be an economy introduced within the blockchain, which will sell names. These names can be used for several things like build your own blockchain, ways of logging into applications, whether it be tied to the internet, which is eventually coming, like Facebook, Google, and so forth. These names are going to be extremely powerful. You really need to go watch that video if you have not and learn a little bit more about them. There's also a referral program. You guys do not need any computers to take advantage of this. You can merely teach people about it and refer them and also take advantage of the opportunity. Now, we're expecting thousands, if not tens of thousands of names to be purchased the first week. This could last also several weeks, maybe even a year, depending on adoption and how much this really does take off. But I suggest you guys get on this as soon as possible. Now, guys, now that we've got a brief rundown of how and what is happening and how these blocks can be very large, let's move on to how we can actually get mining and get our computers going. So here we are at the Verus website. Again, you guys are going to need to watch another video which covers a lot of what's going on, hows, and the whys. But one thing I do want to point out, this is not being launched right now, but this is coming soon, within a couple of months after the ID launch. You're going to be able to stake, so masternode/staking, and merge mine 15 blockchains at the same time. This is a miners network, guys. You really need to look into this further. This is going to save us home miners and everybody else mining out there, and it's got a lot of promise. First thing we need to do is get a wallet. How do we get the wallet? We need to go to get the wallet up here at the top, and you will select your operating system here. I prefer the graphical wallet. I'm on Windows. I will go ahead and download Windows. I've already taken the liberty and have downloaded that. Once you have it downloaded, you will need to extract it. So you'll just right click it, and well, I don't have it here, but you'll just be able to right click it and it's say extract to a folder. I like to move it to its own folder, so I have it under documents. Veruscoin is a folder, and then I put the Enigma wallet in there. Once you have this extracted, remember you must extract it. Windows should have it built in, should be no big deal. Double click the Enigma wallet to launch it. If you've never launched the Enigma wallet before, we need to activate it. So select activate. This is a multi-coin wallet. You can use it for Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and several other coins. But for now, we're just going to use it for Verus. So select Verus. We need to use it for a native mode. There are several functions that does come with a native mode, such as staking and mining within the wallet itself, which this is the easiest coin I have ever seen to start mining. It is solo mining, but still the easiest mining startup I have ever seen. But we'll get to that. You guys need to go ahead and select activate. Another window will pop up. I'm not going to do it on this screen, and it will take a few minutes, and you will download the Zcash parameters. You will need to, once that is done, it will say it's complete and close the window. You will close that window, you'll come back to this one, close this window, and it will bring you back to this screen. Once you're back on this screen, select Verus under native mode over here on the left, just like so. Now, once this is updated and actually downloading the blockchain, it'll take a few minutes. We'll go over here to receive, and we'll have an address here, and we'll be able to get an address so that we can mine to immediately, and we do not need to wait a day or 2 days, the amount of time it is going to take for this blockchain to fully download. So while that is downloading, let's go ahead and get started with the miner. So we need to go back to the Verus website, and we'll go to Get Verus. Scroll down until you get to the miners. Now, the nheqminer is prepped to be auto switched. The CC miner is being tested right now to be auto switched, but I do not think this one is active. So I would just go with the nheqminer, which is essentially the NiceHash miner. And that will auto switch. You can start mining right now, and it'll switch on the fork when it happens about 12 hours from now. So we're going to go ahead and download this one for Windows because we are on Windows. Of course, if you're on Windows or Mac or on Linux, you can download your appropriate version. Once you download the version, and the setup is pretty much very similar, so you'll be able to follow along with this. Now, due to the extreme profitability, you will be able to mine this with AMD and NVIDIA cards. Generally, it is only profitable to mine with a CPU and FPGAs. Although the FPGAs are being kicked off the network temporarily because the bit streams will not be ready immediately. So this is a major opportunity for CPU miners, and I strongly suggest you take advantage of it. I do believe because of the large profitability, GPUs will also be profitable to mine with. So I would personally mine with your CPU and your GPU. But this tutorial is just going to cover the central processors. I will make another tutorial on the GPUs and how to mine with those. As of right now, only the NVIDIA GPU is available, and it's only available for a single card, even if you have a multi-card rig. Hopefully all of these things will be ironed out over the next 12 hours, but we'll get to that as they are available. So I've already taken the liberty of downloading this, and once you have it downloaded, it will be a very similar procedure. You will right-click it and extract it into your Verus folder, just like we did before. Once you get it, it will look something very much like this. You will not have a copy. I like to go ahead and copy it just so I have the original to work with. But what you're going to need to do is edit your bat file so that you can start mining. We're going to need to right-click and click Edit. Now that we're here, we're going to need to fill in this information. This is very simple, one of the easiest bat files, and you'll be up and mining in no time. But we're going to need to go ahead and get our wallet. As I said, once it's connected, I've already downloaded the blockchain on this computer, so yours will most likely just show 1 or 2% being downloaded, but you will still be able to obtain your wallet. So click copy here, come over here, and paste your wallet address. Now we will need to select a pool. We can scroll down to the pool options. There are, again, this is a staking possibility, which is very similar to Masternode. The difference is you do not need a fixed amount or a dedicated or specialized hardware in order to participate in the Masternode. I prefer staking much over Masternode any day because it's more fair to the general public. If you have a very small amount, 5 or 10, you can participate and get your fair share unlike where it might take, you know, $10,000, $20,000 in order to participate, which I think leaves out the little guy. So staking, in my opinion, is the way to go. But again, today we're covering mining. So we will need to select a mining pool from this list. Veruscoin mining pool is the actual community pool. There's the larger fee. That 5% fee goes directly to the foundation, which helps support the development of the Verus coin. So if you would like to join that pool, feel free. And this is that pool's access. So you would just come over here and then select the pool's information, and I will show you how to input this. Another pool you could use, which is actually our pool, with the Bitcoin miners pool. This is built by a community member, and we help support this as well. So guys, go ahead and use our pool if you would like, or any other pool out of that list. Now, in order to set this up, we will have to pull some information from this pool, and I will show you how to do it on both pools. So we need to get the pool host. For this one, we are using the nheqminer, so we need this information, not the CC miner information. So we will pull this here and copy it. And then paste it here under the host. We do not need the semicolon and the 70004 there. So we will put that under the port. So we need 7004 for the port. So remember, all the way back to the semicolon for the host. Then you have your public address already entered. And then a worker name, if you would like. You could put rig1 as an example. And how many threads. Now, the best way to find out how many threads you have on the computer is to select Alt, Control, Delete, and bring up your Task Manager. Once you have Task Manager open, it'll look something much like this. And you'll need to select, it'll start off in Processes, and you will need to switch over to Performance. Once you're in Performance, you will be able to see what processor you actually have into the computer. But what's more important is how many cores you have, which is right here, and how many logical cores you have. So as I said before, this is a 6-core computer which has hyper-threading, so I have 12 cores. Now, if you want to use the computer on an everyday basis, I actually run this with 9 to 10 cores on a regular basis, and I don't even notice it, even running Photoshop and several other things in the background. So it is not a problem. If you want to mine maximum amount, I would suggest you go ahead and do 12 cores. So for this computer, I will go ahead and put 10 cores here. Well, because I'm filming this, I don't want to overdo it. Let's just do 6 cores. And we need to make sure to click Save once this information is entered. But I want to show you how to pull this information from another pool. So if you're in the community pool, again, we're using the nheqminer, so we would pull this information right here. PoolVerusCoin.io. We do not need the semicolon and the .99. That would go in this location here. The semicolon would not be used, and you would put the 999 here. All the other information would stay the same. And this is relatively the same for any pool that you guys would like to use. You can also go to Pool Mining Stats and look at what pools are doing what. And this will give you a good idea of what pool you might like to join. Luck Pool's been around for a while. Zig Pool's also been around for a while. Again, FPGAs are going to be kicked off the network, so that's something you might want to keep in mind. Something I would like to explain about this while we're on this real quick is, if you notice, it looks like there's a large secret miner somewhere, because this pool is not being shown. What this is on this website is, remember I showed you guys this coin is 50% proof of work and 50% proof of stake. Right here. 50% proof of work and 50% proof of stake. So what's happening here is 50% of all of the blocks found are done through proof of stake. So only half of them are done through physical mining. So yes, there is another 2% that is probably being done solo mining through the wallets. So there is not a 50% done on a large hidden miner. So do not worry, guys, that is not the case whatsoever. It is just the way this website reads the information coming in, and it shows it as unknown. Again, 50% of it is the proof of stake. The other 2.9% is probably solo miners. So please keep that in mind as you guys are looking at this and deciding which pool you would like to use. So now that we've got our pool all set up and we know how many cores we can use, we can go ahead and close this. And let's go back to our mining software and go ahead and get that up and mining and test it and see what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and click start. Hopefully this does not bog us out too bad while we're recording all at the same time, but I think it'll be just fine. There we go. This is what it should look like when you are mining. You can see this right now immediately got 7.1. It'll take a few minutes and it will slowly build up. Now, this is going to auto switch over when the hard fork happens. Now, if you guys, depending on your processing power, like in this computer, I am only going to be able to get 8 or so mega hashes. And I'm also pool mining. So that means anything the pool gets, as an example, if the pool gets 1,000 Verus block, it will be split amongst everybody fairly based on their input power or hash rate. Now, you can also solo mine. Remember I told you how this is the easiest computer to ever easiest coin to solar mine ever. Once you loaded the wallet, you could have skipped all the other steps. All we needed to do is come over here, select mining, and you can put your count, your core count here, and select start mining. And you will automatically be solo mining. When the fork happens, it will automatically switch and everything else. But I do suggest you come to this and you start staking. So any coins you do find or have in your wallet, you will start staking. Staking is about 18% right now, a yearly ROI, which will maintain until about another 10 months until the next halving happens, and it will cut in half, if not greater than that. So staking is a very good opportunity to also find solo blocks. You can solo mine through hardware and staking. I know this is a little confusing, but you can take advantage of both of them. If you have a higher process, like a Ryzen Threadripper or one of the higher end Ryzen, you could easily be getting anywhere from 30 to 50 mega hashes. If that is the case, you may want to try solo mining. And there's no need to go ahead and set up the pool, and you could just strictly solo mine during this opportunity. And you could hit some very large blocks. But at the same time, you may have bad luck. So it's up to you if you want to make sure to get a steady stream or risk it and try your luck. Again, if you're anything under 20 mega hashes, go with a pool. If you've got 20 mega hashes or greater, try your luck on solo mining. You've got a chance of hitting a block, especially at 20, 25 mega hashes and up. But you may not hit a block within a couple of days, which means you may have missed the window if everything happens in the first 48 to 24 hours. So that's, again, it's a trade-off. Go with a pool or try your luck, guys. I'll leave that decision up to you. So let's go ahead and stop this miner in the background. And this is how we will easily CPU mine Veruscoin, and you will have an opportunity, guys, to make really good money. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will put all of these links down into the description. I can also copy this bat file information and put it down in the description. You will just need to download it, right-click it, and edit it. Remember, you have to right-click and edit your bat file. And then you can just copy that from the description and put it in this location. And if I do that, I guess I'll do the whole thing just so it's easy and you guys can just go ahead and copy and paste it. Thanks again for watching. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And hey, if I'm right, you guys are making hundreds of dollars, even $10, $20 with your CPU, come back and tell me. I appreciate it. Talk